Hi guys, so today we're going to do the next installment of my makeup inventory / collection. I made these videos now for 3 years in a row. Each playlist is down below, and I have not updated this one since January, I believe. I used to, I would do it every Saturday. But like I said in other videos, becoming a mom has messed up my schedule. So we're just going to get right into it because I have lots of powder blushes, if you've read the title, to share with you about. In 2015, I had 22. In 2015 I had 22, and for the last 2 years, this year in 2017 and in 2016, I've had 25. I did use up to last year, and then I got to. So yes, and blush is something that is super hard to use up. If you're a project painter, you know. And this year I don't really have any goals with powder blush, except for in my Pan That palette, there are 3 blushes, so that's what I'm currently working on. I'll talk about the blushes I'm going to work on after that Pan That palette is done, but I do have 3 blushes in there that I'm working on. I've actually hit pan on 2, which I'm really proud of, but it's probably going to take me all year to get through those 3 blushes, especially with my 3-month hiatus on makeup. So we're just going to get started with the products. All 25 are here. I have high-end and drugstore. And so we're going to start with probably one of my older ones, and it's this NARS Super Orgasm Blush. It's gorgeous if you haven't seen it. It's a super shimmery coral color. It just looks like this. And I really like it. I definitely probably will use this next summer because it is one of my older ones. I definitely want to get it out, but there are some other blushes that I definitely need to work on as well, but it's so tiny. I think this would be, you know, an easier one to work through maybe next summer. It has 3.5 grams in it, so there's that. The next is something my grandma gave me, and it is an Avon blush in Mango, and it is so soft. It looks like this. I really like this color. I haven't used it too much, if you can tell, but I really like this color, and so I'm really excited to, you know, use it, and because I think it'll be like a perfect everyday color that kind of gives my skin some bronze and some blush color. So I'm definitely looking for kind of multi-use products as I start using up my collection of things. So the next thing is something that I was working on the end of last year and didn't get it finished, and it's the Arden Arpel True Blush. My mom gave this to me. This is all that's left in there. It will still take me a little while, but because the pellets have quite a bit of product, but that's what these look like. So this is the blush I'm going to be working on once my Pan That palette blushes are done. So because this is probably my oldest, because my mom ended up giving this one to me. You will notice a theme that in some of mine, my mom gave me a lot, because in high school I didn't like to wear makeup and didn't want to wear makeup, and so my mom gifted me some, and then as I've gotten older and gotten a little bit into makeup, now she's real excited to, if something doesn't work on her, it might work on me. She's a little bit darker and has a different complexion in general, so she likes to give me things that don't work on her. Speaking of which, she gave me this Too Faced Love Flush in Justify My Love. It is a bright pink. So this is definitely going to have to be, I feel like, a summer blush or maybe a winter blush. I really like it. I haven't used it too terribly often, maybe a handful of times, but I really like it, so I'm definitely gonna keep it. This series is not to like declutter anything, it's just to show you what I have and also to show me what I have, so I know that I don't go out and buy things. I've talked myself out of a lot of blushes because I do have a big variety of blushes. We're sticking kind of with the higher end blushes. This is a MAC blush, and this is in Love Thing. It is super, super pigmented. I didn't realize how pigmented when I bought it, but that's what this looks like. Super pigmented. So I think this would be gorgeous in the fall time. And so yeah, this is what this looks like. The next thing is a Smooth Minerals. My sister-in-law gave me 3 of these. This was one that I worked on using up last year as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the color. This is in Rose Radiance. So that's what that looks like. These are my marks from last year when I was trying to use it up. And these will might be some of the ones after that I used up. I'm not sure yet. This is in Blushing Mauve. And then the third one, oh my gosh, it was right in front of my face, is Radiant. So it's more of a peachy color. So I really like these. I like loose blushes I found. So I do really like these, and my sister-in-law gave me these because she was cleaning out her makeup. And yeah, so I really like them. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out like the best blush colors on me. Obviously I'm super pale, so lighter blushes obviously look a little bit better, or blushes you can blend out look a little bit better, but color wise I'm still trying to figure it out. And so I have a lot of these e.l.f. mineral blushes. I had every single one like a year or 2 ago. I bought every single one, or probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Yes, because it was before 2014. It was around the winter of 2014, like before I did my makeup inventory. And but anyway, so I bought every single one of these e.l.f. mineralized blushes, and I haven't got a chance to play with a lot of them, but I'm really excited to, like I said, when my Pan That palette's done and probably a few other little random ones, I'm going to start working through them a little bit more. But we're just going to start with Mellow Mauve. So it just looks like this. This is a matte color. Similar, a little more pinky than the Avon Mango. This is the Mellow Mauve. So I really like that. And the next thing in that is Giddy Gold. Again, an e.l.f. mineralized skin, or an e.l.f. mineralized blush. There's Giddy Gold. And this is kind of a highlighter. Like I said, I haven't played with them too much. There's always been blushes I've been kind of like working on panning, so this might end up being more as a highlight for me, but we'll see. Or maybe a blush topper, we'll see as I start using that a little bit more. It's definitely what I'm gonna have to work with a little bit, just because it doesn't have a lot of pigmentation and it's like really gold, so we'll see if it looks good on me. The next one is Pink Passion. This reminds me of the Love Flush. I'll see if you can. Oh no, that's not the one that reminds me of Love Flush. It's a different one. This is Pink Passion. It's a bright, bright, bright matte pink. And when I say bright, I mean like neon color. So like I said, I grabbed them all, and they're only like $3, so definitely recommend that. If you don't know like what colors look good on you, just grab some of these that are like $3 and you can play with them. The next one is in Fuchsia Fusion, and this is the one that I think looks a lot like my Too Faced Love Flush. So that's what these two look like next to each other, and then swatched next to each other. This one is the e.l.f. and this is the Too Faced. So they look very similar. So hopefully this color looks good on me. I think it will though. I like the sparkles in blushes because then I don't necessarily have to wear a highlighter on some days. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I really, really like as I go through things and things like that. The next one is in Berry Mary. So it's a very mauve-y, it's very similar to Mellow, is it Mellow Mauve it's similar to? Yes, it's very similar to Mellow Mauve. This is Mellow Mauve and this is Berry Mary, except for Berry Mary is shimmery. So I do like that they had matte and shimmery kind of versions. So yeah, and e.l.f. is cruelty free, which is awesome. So there's those two. My little chair next to me is going to get real full. The next one, we'll get off the e.l.f. train for a second, is my NYX blush in Dusty Rose. And I heard some awesome things about it. And as you can tell, I haven't got to use it too much. And this is my only NYX blush. And like I said, I've heard awesome things about NYX blushes. So I'm really, really excited to use this. But I haven't gotten a chance yet. But it's gorgeous. Kind of a pinky reddish mauve, so I really like that, and I think it will look gorgeous like I said, but we'll have to try it out. Blush is something that I feel like I stick with one until it's gone almost, or I stick with one for a long time, so I don't like rotate through them very often. And especially now that I'm project panning, for sure I stick with one, but even before I would like stick with one. And so that's why I haven't gotten a ton of use on a lot of them, is because like I would stick with one and either most of the time use it up. I think there's one I have pan on. So this next one is one I do have pan on. I used a ton of. This is the e.l.f. Tickled Pink blush. So this is probably another one I'll probably try and use up just because I already have pan on it. And it's just this like natural pink color, like putting it on my hair, and I love it. It's just perfect. It would go with any eye look, and it's not dramatic, it just gives you that flush of color, which I love. So definitely one that I'll probably try and use up, and I do really like that color, so it might be something that I either repurchase or look into a different brand with that similar color. That's why I bought all of them, is so that I could figure out which colors I liked, like I told you, and then either repurchase that or in a higher, more expensive brand, get other blushes in that color family because I know it looks good on me. So that was kind of my thinking when I was buying them. The next one, that was Tickled Pink, and this is Twinkle Pink. So this is very similar. It's a little bit more shimmery and peachy. So I don't know if you're being able to see these or not, if they're getting washed out, but there's that one, and this is in Twinkle Pink. And the last one was Tickle Pink. So I get them so confused. The next one is Blushing Rose, and it is a gorgeous kind of shimmery, like has a sheen to it. It's not shimmery, but it has a sheen to it. It's just a really pretty rose color. So that's what this looks like. And then the last two of them that I have from this specific e.l.f. collection, like I said, I grabbed them all, is Peachy Keen. And I have two of them because one of my friends gave me one, and so it's still like shut. And this is the other one, and I really like this color. That's why I decided to keep both, and they're both powder products, so they're gonna stay good for a long time. So this is probably another one I'll probably work on, just because I do have two, and there's no need to have two. But I do have a decent, I don't know if you're gonna tell, a decent dip in this. This was another one I used. I had this one and the Tickled Pink when I had Hit Pan on, and I used both of them quite a bit. So this will definitely be one that again, I probably work on just because I do have 2 of them. I really like them. The next 3 are e.l.f. baked blushes. I actually have 4 of them, but one I use is called Pinktastic, and I use it as a highlighter, so it's in my highlighter section. I haven't really tried these too much, but they're a little bit darker, but they might get moved to the highlighter section as I go through the blushes and as I go through my highlighters, and I, you know, start playing with them a little bit more. They might get moved to that section, or maybe even the bronzer section. We'll see, like the shimmery bronzer. The first one is in Rich Rose. So it looks like this. It is the Pinktastic is one of my favorite highlighters, and it's gorgeous. This one has that like shimmery bronzer look to it more than a blush, but again, it could just be used as an all-over product, and I really like these when I've worn them. They just have this beautiful color with some shimmer, but I really like them a lot. The next one is in Passion Pink, and this is one that I feel like could be another highlighter, just because it is a light pink or a blush topper, and that's what it looks like in here. So this might be a blush topper or a highlighter, so more like a multi-purpose product. We'll see, as like I said, as I get into it. And then the next one is Peachy Cheeky. This is the one that I think will be the blush of all of them, if any of them like stay in my blush. I think this one will, because it's a peachy, I don't know if you're gonna see, it's a peachy color, and which is a gorgeous blush. But like I said, these in general are probably just going to be like all-purpose products, because I won't need a highlighter with them. Maybe like a matte bronzer if I wanted. But yes, we have three more blushes. Sorry if I've like reached over a bajillion times, but this is where I'm keeping them all in this drawer. So all my blushes are in this drawer, because once I finish a blush, I just open this drawer and I look for one. But that has not happened because, like I said, I banned that palette, but it's getting used up. 2 pans, very excited. This one I absolutely love. It kind of reminds me of those e.l.f. baked blushes a lot, actually, and it's the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Pink Grapefruit. So it looks like this. It reminds me so much of it. It's just a little bit more pigmented than those. Oh, there it is. It's right there. I don't know if that was a bad spot. Let's see if I can find you a different spot. There. So it's more pigmented than those e.l.f. Baked blushes, but it's gorgeous. I love it. I picked this on Birchbox, even though I still had a lot of blushes at that point, but I picked it because I loved it. I have one in Honey Dipped, which is in my bronzer category, and oh my gosh, I love them. They're just gorgeous. The last 2 are Lancome blushes. They're subtle blushes. One is in a plum and one is in cedar rose. My husband got these for me last year. These are the 2 that I gained. And yeah, so anyways, let's get a move on. This is a plum, and I have not gotten a chance to use it, which makes me so sad. I've used it maybe once, but they're so soft, and they just, it's called like a subtle blush. There it is, and it is. So I think these are going to be absolutely gorgeous. The times I've worn them, I've loved them. So that's a plum, and this is Cedar Rose. They're so soft. This just is legitimately a soft wash of color, and I love, love, love this. This one's going to be great in the winter time when I'm super pale, because right now, even when I have a little bit of color, it's not going to work out so well. But yeah, so I really like those. Those are all my blushes. I know that was a ton of blush. No one needs that amount of blush. But if you watch my channel, you know I have a really hard time getting rid of things. And I can't. So I'm just going to use them up. And if I start using them and they, of course, give me a reaction or something like that, we'll not continue using them. But for now, I'm going to keep them and use them and love them, or make them work, because even if a lot of them don't work as like a blush, like I said, I can use them as a highlighter or a bronzer, or, you know, an eyeshadow, things like that. So I always try and find ways to use the products, even if they're not like exactly what they're marketed for. So anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure what my next category is. If you have any preferences, let me know down below. Definitely check out this year's playlist. You can see what I've done so far. I think I'm almost done with face products. I don't think I've done highlighters, so that might be my next one. If I haven't done those yet, I can't remember. Like I said, last one I did, I believe, was in January, maybe February. And a lot's happened since then. So I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a wonderful day, and subscribe so you can check out more of my project pans so we can start using these things up. And yeah, bye.